It's the same way as sexual preference, because you are attracted to something. You don't know why you're attracted to it. You're attracted to it. Like with a maggot. Maggot! I don't know why a magnet. Like a magnet. When you think about a magnet, right, and you have the positive side and the negative side, and when they get close enough, it's like they're attracted to each other and they're like this. Energy is the same way. Everything is energy. Really, there is no true divine feminine and divine masculine. It's all just energy.
Color is light. Light is energy. Energy is everything.
Right. What about these salt shakers?
Energy.
This table?
Energy.
When did you choose that you were straight? When? When did you choose that you were gay? Here's a better question. When did you have the realization that you were attracted to a person of color, a person that is Latin, and or a person that is Chinese? When did you have that realization? Is that a choice? Subscribers, your video is ready. Hello, LGBTQ plus DL men, women who secretly love us and support us. And if you don't identify with any of those labels, you're still free to do what? Subscribe to the channel. So get clicking. I have the lemon strawberry fruit roll up, and this is my last one. Well, this is no good. Anyway, let's get into some topics.
Blindness on fast. Fuck it, do the dash. Blindness on fast. Blindness on fast. Fuck it, do the dash. Weave down my back, niggas staring at my ass. Shitting on these hoes. I love to make them mad. Any nigga I fuck with, I'm running.
I think we live in a world now where people are very sensitive to what they hear of word of mouth. And this is what I want to say. When I was first spiritually awakening, I was listening to Eckhart Tolle speak about there being two common things that make people react in the idea of fear. And he said things they see and things they hear, right? It's a common human thing, especially over the internet, to have a misunderstanding, or for you to be in alignment with people who aren't going to agree 100% to what you were saying. So for that reason, not only will I give the people in the comment section grace, but I'll give myself grace too, you know? Because we are all human beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And so with that being said, you know, I'm grateful that y'all are actually listening to the comment, but I know that sometimes I say things and people may be sensitive to what is being said. They may not fully agree. That's okay. Because in a world of duality, there has to be light, there has to be dark. There's going to be agreements, there's going to be disagreements. Whatever. It is what it is. But I do want to say this. Sexual preference. I'm going to put the definition up here so you can see it. But I want to say that in reference to my video of does male influence, you know, the lack of male influence, does that make a person gay or not? I'm aware that it doesn't make people gay because I am gay. And having male influence in my life, like, my dad wasn't always as present. He wasn't always as present. And yeah, I'm about to eat this. My dad wasn't like always present, but I could reach him easily, right? Him and my mom didn't marry, but they didn't marry each other, but I still had a connection with my dad. I would still spend time with him. I had a grandfather that we would go outside, and he would he would be like he would buy me like the little guns to like be like a cowboy in the Batman like costume. I had a Batman costume and did I have a Superman costume? I had another type of costume, but I can't remember what it was. And as I grew up, I think he started to notice that I was a little bit, he noticed that I was a little sweet. So then he bought a, what is the girls that be like, it used to be like the DVDs and the girls used to be on it. And they used to be like, but not with the Jerry, not looking for the beats, but they would like flash, and it was like that type of DVD, right? And so I think that a lot of people think that, oh, if they gay, I'm gonna beat the gay out of them, or I'm gonna make them not gay. And I think that we also have a privilege in the United States to not have the same things as some other countries. And now I may not be saying the words that y'all want to hear, but kind of use your awareness or your discernment to what I'm saying to have a connection, right? I think that a lot of people, when you use certain words, they're triggered because they've had certain experiences or they've had certain connections to people that have been or have experienced negative things or dark things in certain communities, right? Just like when I was speaking about in my Black History Month video, but this is different in a way. But what I want to say is that there are in some third world countries or other countries where homosexuality is frowned upon and is looked at in a way that homosexuality or homosexuals don't deserve life, and that's just not true. I think as a being that is connected to a source consciousness, right? And I always speak about mediumship in my videos, or I wouldn't say in every single video, but in most videos I speak about my being of a medium and the connection that I have to source and the connection that I have to a divine partner who is in a male body. And I identify as the divine feminine on this journey of what they would call like the twin flame journey. And I probably won't fully explain the twin flame journey again, but a brief explanation is that it is one soul that is split into two bodies. One inhabiting the divine feminine energy, one inhabiting the divine masculine energy. But anyway, in reference to the thumbnail or the title of this video, I've kind of wanted to know, do heterosexual people, do you remember when you chose to be heterosexual or when you chose to be straight? And there was a commenter by the name of Jane Bond that when she was commenting, you know, it seemed like it was coming from a triggered place. She was triggered by some of the things that were in the video. She was triggered by some of the other commenters, and it's understandable. But as a gay man, I have experienced certain things in the gay community, and also as a African American man, I've experienced things in the community of black people. But I think that when people say that being gay is a choice, I've had to learn to not be triggered by that phrase, because I'm a gay man. I'm a gay African American spiritual man. So not only were there times where beings judged me for being either gay or black, and I know some of y'all are clicking off because I heard some of y'all say bye. That's okay, toodaloo bitch. When I have experienced certain things within those communities, I've also experienced this side of people who disagree with spirituality versus religion, where people will be like, "Oh, you read tarot cards? That's of the devil," and they start speaking about things of the Bible, because people speak from a place of fear, or they try to teach the things they know from a place of fear. How I responded to Jane Bond in the comments was, I did research of the word preference, which is in relation to who people are attracted to. And she was in some way triggered by the word, telling me that I should seek people who are older and gay. I've lived a gay life, so I understand. And the things that I don't understand now, I may understand later on in life. And some people are led by their own. There's that saying, lean not unto your own understanding, right? And I've heard it plenty of times, but until I experienced what that meant, I didn't know what it meant, right? And so in reference to the other commenter who was saying that as long as you know that being gay is a choice, I don't think of it that way. That's you. You don't tell me how to perceive life. You can't tell anybody how to perceive life, because when you start to tell people how to perceive life and try to tell them how they should think about life, oftentimes you are trying to control them. And I won't be controlled by your thoughts. You are controlled by your thoughts. That's why you were trying to project them onto me. I don't think that being gay is a choice. It's nice to know that some of y'all think that being gay is a choice, but a lot of people that comment being gay is a choice aren't gay. They often are heterosexual, and they often can't understand that they can reflect the question onto themselves by asking themselves, when did I choose to be straight? When did I choose to be heterosexual? When did I choose to like women with fat asses? When did I choose to like women with big tits? When did I choose to like women with small tits? When did I choose to like women with small vages? When did I choose to like women with big vages? When did I choose to like women with that sloppy, wet vag? When? As a woman. When did I choose to like men with big old thangalangs? When that hole got so big that a nice 6-inch wiener couldn't fit in it because it was getting blowed out by a 12-inch. That's the truth. And it had to be said that way, because a lot of people, they aren't open-minded enough to understand that, like, when did I choose that I like the opposite sex? it sounds stupid, right? Because per the things that have been taught conditionally, there's this thought that men and women create a child and that's the way that it's supposed to be. But I have the thought process of unconditional love is the way of life. And I understand that divine feminine energy does not always have to be in a feminine body. And divine masculine energy does not always have to be in a masculine body. And because of that, my idea of how in certain texts you may read that men should not sleep with men like with women or something like that. Like a man shouldn't sleep with a man how a man sleeps with a woman, basically, right? That's biblical. But it's biblical. I wrote a lyric and it said it's biblical. But when we think about it from the aspect of divine feminine and divine masculine, those two energies are made to be together. So say if two women, one having divine feminine energy and one having divine masculine energy meet, they may experience love together. Just the same with men. If one man has divine feminine energy and the other has divine masculine energy, they may be meant to experience life together. But the ideas of society and conditional beliefs have taught people that a man and a man can't be together and a woman can't be together. But you shouldn't always lean onto your own understanding, and there should be openness enough to be aware that if things were all the way perfect, the world would probably be like the human existence would probably be done, because our whole existence on planet Earth as human beings is so that we can experience one another and learn one another. And so I think that if everything was perfect, like if every man presenting body and every woman presenting body were to meet, then it would kind of just be like pointless to have life. I would say this: if everything was how it is supposed to be, then duality would kind of no longer exist. And the reason that I say that is because, a lot of people say, oh, everything, I'm sending you love and light. If everything was love and light, there wouldn't be any darkness, and there would be an offsetting to balance. Duality would kind of no longer exist because there would just be all love and light. And this is what I was going to say that is very important. You know how some people say, oh, when I was around them, I was just getting this feeling about them. I was just like getting this feeling like when I was around them. And they start, having a certain feeling about a person, and they say, okay, maybe I'm just not meant to be around them. To say that something is a choice, right? You didn't choose to feel that way about that person or to receive that feeling about a person, right? So it's the same way as sexual preference, because you are attracted to something. You don't know why you're attracted to it. You're attracted to it. Like with a maggot. I don't know why a magnet. Like a magnet. When you think about a magnet, right, and you have the positive side and the negative side, and when they get close enough, it's like they're attracted to each other and they're like this. energy is the same way. Everything is energy. Really, there is no true divine feminine and divine masculine. It's all just energy. But we have given it names so that we understand what we're talking about when we're talking about it. I had purchased some new ice cream from the well, it's like, I guess it's new because I it's kind of like a new obsession, right? It's strawberry Oatly ice cream and vanilla Oatly ice cream. And because I like strawberry ice cream and vanilla ice cream with bananas, and I've been trying to eat more healthy, right? That's what I'm going to do. But I want to say this in reference to Jane, because she had a lot of great comments. Not all comments that, you know, can be perceived as negative comments are perceived as negative comments. A lot of times when I read comments, I said, "Oh, I really enjoy the way that they think," and oftentimes, you know, I can tell that there's some insecurity or, you know, something like that, or arrogance if a person is trying to make a person feel a certain way. But, you know, or when a person is passionate about something. And it seemed as if her comments were more coming from a passionate place, but also triggered place. Like she was triggered to speak about it because she was passionate about the topic, which is like, you know, about gay life. But her, Jane sounds, it can be received as a more, or I haven't heard a man named Jane. So, you know, just as much as she was telling me to have older gay men figures in my life, she could take the same advice, you know. But that comment was in reference to me speaking about how there is this judgment around gay men and children, and if a gay man is a bottom, then they wouldn't want the gay men to be around their son because they think that, oh, that gay man's going to have influence on my son and make him a sissy. But even if that gay man wasn't present, if that son was going to be gay, then it wouldn't matter if that that gay man was around or not. Just like there are plenty of, and this is what Jane was saying. She was saying that it's plenty of parents, gay parents, who raise children who are heterosexual. And I've always thought of it that way. And when she was speaking about, you know, gay people being ostracized and things like that, I think that, you know, she was basically saying who would choose to experience the difficult parts of being gay? Who would choose, like, how those third world countries treat gay people? How some of them get arrested for being gay? I mean, could you imagine an uproar of how straight people would, or imagine the outrage that heterosexual people would be in if they were told that they couldn't show public displays of affection with their lover? But the minute that a gay person shows public, you know, PDA, then it's like, oh, I don't want my child to be gay if they see that. But if you just like we were saying earlier, if a person is raised by two dads, that doesn't mean that the child is going to be gay. I mean, you know, and I think that people be like, you know, they think that it's a choice, but it's really like you have an attraction to what you have an attraction to. And I've spoken about, my own connection with my divine partner and how, when I first met them, I kind of was like, I'll speak about before I met them. Before I met them, I had this connection to the Puerto Rican flag, and I had a Puerto Rican flag prior to meeting them. And then I had friends who were black and Puerto Rican. I had friends who were black, Puerto Rican, and white. So you get the gist of what I'm saying, right? Like at one point in time, I was even telling people that I was Puerto Rican and black.
That's true.
I do have a ancestor who is West Indian, and that's all I truly know. Well, I know that I know her name, her first name, but when I met him, I understood why I had the connection or the attraction to Puerto Rican people, to people who, of the island, of the Caribbean island. I was like, when I met him, I said, this is the person. It was like this feeling inside of me and this knowing inside of me that said, oh, this is my person. And God was sending me signs, letting me know that it was my person. Many beings know that the number that they often receive is 1111. And if it's not the number 1111, well, often it is the number 1111. It could be the number 44. But how I also knew was I started seeing 1111, I saw my birthday, and I saw their birthday numbers. And when I meet people, sometimes I meet people that have his same birthday name. Sometimes I may meet a person that has his same exact name. And as a medium, I can receive signs like clairvoyantly, like with my sight, with my third eye. And sometimes I'll receive signs about them to remind me of them. But because life conditions us to believe that men should be with women, I think that there's this fear on his part to be open gay man with me. And I even asked God, well, if I'm open with my sexuality and he's saying that he likes the female anatomy and he's straight, why would we meet? We can't be divine partners if it's like that. But then that's when I became aware of unconditional love. Unconditional love isn't about, just getting in the bedroom and fucking. It's not just that. I mean, that's an aspect of, love and intimacy, but it's not the full idea of unconditional love. I had made the ice cream and put some bananas in it. It got some strawberries in it too. Like the strawberry ice cream. I don't know if y'all can see it. But anyway, a lot of times when people aren't going to like something I'm going to say, I pretty much know it while I'm recording it. Just like when I was saying bye to whoever left out of the video, but they probably may have stayed if they, continued to watch the video for a little bit. Who knows? But at the same time, I think that being gay is kind of like how I think that we choose it as a part of our story as spiritual beings. And I think that the reminder that we have chosen to be gay is because our human body is attracted to the same sex. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we choose it as human beings. I'm saying that the attraction that we have, like our feelings, our energy is attracted to the same sex because we have written our stories as spiritual beings, so that when we have our human experience, we're just having the experience of what we wrote our story to be. And I think a lot of people have this idea that life is supposed to be, life is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be about love and light and kindness, and everything should go the way that we were taught it to be. And yeah, it should be that way, and it's just not the case. I mean, the way that I think about it, and I'm open to understanding the way that another person views it. But what I am not open to is a person telling me how I should think about something. That's what I'm not open to. I'm open to hearing that a person may say it, but am I going to take it into consideration? Probably not. I'm shaking my head like, nah, I'm not. And if I hadn't rewatched my video, if I wasn't open to understanding the people that were commenting, I wouldn't have rewatched my video to understand what she was speaking about, and speaking about preference. Because I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, who commented something about preference? Because if anybody knows anything about gay life, I've experienced gay life. I'm a gay man. I'll say it again, I'm a gay man. There's been times where I've walked down the street, and because I'm a little on the thick side, I got a fat ass. I'm gonna just keep it that way, because people have told me, like, you got a fat ass. I've had straight men tell me I've had a fat ass, right? A fat ass. The ass is fat. And so when I was walking down the street, and until the man got really close to me, he didn't know I was a man. I guess I was shaped more like a female. And I had on male clothes. I had on maybe like some jeans, or some khakis, and a shirt. And he was like, I heard him. He was like, damn. And then when he got up close, he was like, oh, nah, bro, nah. Is it my fault? Is it my fault that I put you bitches on? Nah. Is it my fault that from a distance I may appear as a female and you were attracted to that because you are attracted to females? No. And like I was saying earlier in another video, some men, they be like, they be eating a banana a certain way, or cutting a popsicle. I seen a man cutting a popsicle. I said, nah, ain't that is like very, I'm not even sure the words to call for it. And I don't enjoy labeling people as something, because I just think that we're here to experience life, and we have created these things that are sort of dark, because everything is, I think everything is made for it to like flow in its natural way. We kind of have just made these rules about what life is supposed to be based off of old ideations. Like, I don't believe that God, and I'm going to say this confidently, I don't believe that God would show me that I'm supposed to experience another person as my divine partner. I know that there are people that would say, oh, nah, you got something messed up, bro. Like, you're not supposed to be with a man, and a man isn't supposed to be your divine partner. But until I started experiencing it, that's when I realized, oh, this is my path with this person who is also a man. And I think that because I'm on this path, I'm meant to be kind of like on the front line. Because see, when Beyonce said it in one of her songs, she said, not we're part of something bigger, but she said, what did she say? Because it was something important. Here it goes. Constantly aware of it all, my lonely press against the walls of your world. I pray you catch me listening. So pray you catch me, right? She's saying that she's constantly aware of it all. A lot of times when I'm experiencing things, I'm aware of every aspect of it. But I'm not here to change people. And I think that some people have the idea that they can change a person. Often you will hear a person say, oh, I can be with that person and they'll change for me, or they change for me. That person has to be willing to change. I think that oftentimes when you have a partner, it has to be like they have to compliment you. It's not that, I think that if a person just isn't like who you need to be, you shouldn't be trying to make them be who you need them to be. They should compliment you in a way. Or you compliment them. But yeah, anyway. I didn't want this to sound like a rant. But just like y'all are passionate about what y'all believe and what y'all think, I am too. No one will truly understand your path except for you. And the same thing is like when they say you can't bring everybody with you. I've noticed that sometimes when people comment, they aren't even a close vibration enough to be responded to. Like their vibration isn't even high enough for them to understand the things that I understand. And I don't say that to be unkind when saying that, but I'm saying that there just are some people that aren't a vibrational match. They don't understand. And as much as they say they do, it's just not always the case. I think that we all experience what we experience in a way that is perfect for us, you know? But there are some people that are a vibrational match to me. There are some people that are higher vibrationally in a line than I am. And I'm okay with that. That is happiness. That is freedom. Not trying to say that, oh, them bitches don't know shit, or them bitches higher than me. No, I'm more vibrationally high than they are. But you know, it is what it is. I know one thing. I know a couple things. I was gonna say something. I'm just let it go. Y'all like, nah, say it, say it. I think that I know that I have experienced viewing people that may have said something out of their ego or thought something towards me. And, you know, not too long after, they experienced my ancestors, how y'all call it. But I just think that it's just, we have to, in a way, experience how we have made another person feel. So I think that oftentimes is that. It's not that, because a lot of people say, you know, I'm chosen, so you can't fuck with me because God loves me. God loves everybody. Okay? God loves everybody. It's just some of us have a calling. And it's so much that I could say on that topic, and I'm just not going to say it in this video. But, you know. When did you choose that you were straight? When? When did you choose that you were gay? Here's a better question. When did you have the realization that you were attracted to a person of color, a person that is Latin, and or a person that is Chinese? When did you have that realization? Is that a choice? Is it a choice that you like a certain race or over another? And if it is a choice, would you be able to just tell yourself that you don't like it? Like that's what I'm trying to understand. If some things are a choice, can you choose to just tell yourself not to be attracted to it? Maybe, yes, but I think at the core of you, it would always be attracted to something that it's attracted to. I don't think that it'll go away. I think that it'll just be, you'll just be trying to deny something that you know is true to your inner being, which is deniance of yourself. So I think that being gay, we are on a path or a course to rise above the conditioned beliefs. Because on a spiritual path, or when you are spiritually enlightened, or when you are spiritually awakened, you become aware that you are on a path to heal you are on a path to heal the conditioning that you have experienced, and to become in alignment with unconditional love. I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone, and I hope that still comment how you feel, because I've always said be open with how you feel. If it's going to be something negative, I'll try to see it as something positive, and if it's something positive, I'll try to make it more positive or add to it, add love to it. Like, I think that we are all here to experience unconditional love. And if a person is at a lower vibration than unconditional love, then somebody has to be at a high vibration, or a vibration of, pure love energy. So, with that being said, I'm going to enjoy my ice cream and get ready for my other videos that I am going to create. My other videos. Yeah. And with that being said, toodaloo, I love you. I meant to say this also. Some people are sent in your life to see if you are ready for your next chapter in life. Like, say, for example, if you were becoming a celebrity, you may meet people that have opposing views to see that when you become in alignment with your star power, will you be ready for the people that may disagree with some of your views in life? Like, we have seen how within Montero or Lil Nas X, how he was perceived when he spoke about certain things about Jesus and his depictions of Jesus, but when anybody else, dresses up as Jesus and things like that, is viewed as okay because they often identify as straight or heterosexual. But it was a problem when, he did it. And what I was going to say, that it's important for us to be authentic, because just like Terry Joe started out with a idea or a persona, and she, has met people like Madonna, the City Girls, Lil Nas X. And, you know, it came from her being, or him being, authentically himself. And of course, you know, I would say that it isn't like closely related to the topic of, you know, when do people choose to be straight or gay, but he made a choice that set him up to be very abundant. And a lot of people are viewing abundance, monetary abundance, as something spiritual, which it is. But I think that in life, we can be in alignment with every other conditioned belief that there is, or we can be in alignment with our own path as beings of light. Yeah.
If you just know you're that girl,
Yeah.
you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
What if you don't wake up feeling like that?